Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. No singing, no dancing, but I was making my chest pop, and it felt good. It felt really, really, really good, because it's been a long time since I made the chest pop. That probably explain a lot of things. Ver. That ain't why you here. I didn't do a New Year's resolution or revolution, depending on who you are, This this upcoming year, I think I might as well just go ahead and do a deep dive into that deeper, and explain why I am never, ever thinking about doing it again. It may happen by happenstance. I might just look at it and change my mind. But at present day, ATM, no way, no how, noob. That's here by mistake. You might want to stay. If not, that's okay. But if you endured that long opening with no hook, then you might as well just go ahead and let it play out. You might as well just go ahead and see what happens. Thank you kindly. Also, that's all I've asked for is a chance and an opportunity. You've given it to me, whether I make the most of it or not, to be determined. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. It just feels that way. Why? Because we got this special, unique bond that we share. Sharing is caring, but you shouldn't share everything. Free advice. We don't know what to call this, what we share. However, some person in a distant future, you insert date, you insert time, will come back to the present or the past and inform the rest of us what it is. And we will say, from this moment on, this is what it was, this is what it is, and this is what it always will be. We're going to retroactively do that, and we're going to rewrite history to favor that conversation that we had, but we also going to protect the guilty in the game, because that's what we do. That is what we do. I decided that I wasn't going to do a New Year's resolution. I think this was brewing up for a long time, because I looked at it as I've been knocking, and you can go back and check the historical documents, because each one that I was putting up, each one that I was saying that this is a goal, this is a New Year's resolution, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to get done, this is what I want to accomplish. You can go back every single show, every single episode during those time frames, and you will see, you can hear with your own ears and not my voice, that we knocked them out of the park way before the new year was over with, when people was falling down and falling out and basically quitting and giving up. 2 months in, 3 months, they was thinking of doing something completely different, and that meant nothing. Doing something completely different after 3 months, and that meant nothing. By 3 months for us, we was already finished. We had already completed our goal, in the process of completing what we said we were set out to do for the new year before half a year was up. And when half a year came around, we was thinking and looking to bigger and better things. And by the time the year was up, we were like, whoa, that was challenging, but was it really? But I will say I did regress in my being able to throw shade. I'm still not an expert and shade throwing. Sometime I get it right. Sometime I mess up. Sometime I just don't know what it means. Sometime it just happens and I get credit for something I didn't do or set out to do. I'm not an expert on it. I understand it, but I have to look up the definition or ask people what it means or point me in the right direction so I can understand a little bit more better. But that wasn't the New Year's resolution that year. That year was to just become efficient at doing it. And I was efficient during that time period, which I set out to do. Not anymore, because that is over with. And so that was the only probably hiccup, I'd say, within the New Year's resolution or revolution, depending on who you are, since we've been doing this. That's why I wanted to do something different. That's why I wanted a harder challenge. That's why I just looked at it and said, how about I just live life? And when something presents itself, just take the opportunity. When there's a need to fill a weakness, why not just take the opportunity? When there is a something that needs improvement, why not just take the opportunity and work on that? And when I get sufficient, or if I want to continue on that process because it is something that I enjoy or it is something that's going to benefit me in the long term, why not just keep doing it? Why not just keep improving at every step, every chance I can get? And as I started to think about that late at night, of course, when I wasn't sleeping, because this is one of the many, many things that kept me up at night, the light bulb came on. And I was like, I need to turn it off because I'm trying to get some sleep. But since you're on, I might as well just go ahead and acknowledge this. Acknowledge the elephant in the room that I see since the lights are on. Definitely not a moment of clarity, but everything made sense. And it's not just because my name is Vince, first name, that is, first name. And that's why I started to lean more and more into just really becoming the better version of myself at every opportunity, every chance that I get. Although I was doing that anyway. And that's why I just looked at it as, do I really need to put up some New Year's resolution, new year, new me, when I already live by that standards on a daily basis? I try to improve or get better and have a better version of myself. Sometimes it's regress, sometimes it improves, but it's never steady. It's never treading water. It's never in this muh area where nothing's happening, or lull where nothing's going on, or it's just is what it is. Cause it ain't Manny being Manny no more. That's been over with. But this is still no judge zone. So if you are one of those New Year loosen or New Year's resolution or revolution peeps, that's okay. Do what works for you. But if it ain't working for you, then you might need to rethink. You might need to do something a little bit different. Don't worry about being judged. Don't care. Don't care. Because only you can define yourself. When you let someone else define you, that is out of your control. That is the control that you shouldn't give up. You should control what you can control, and you define yourself. And if you don't want and don't need a New Year's resolution or a revolution, just say you don't need it, that you do this anyway, or you don't care for it. Don't be shamed into doing something. Don't be shamed into going along to get along. Don't let anybody control you passively like that. Stand up. Stand up. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. It's going to seem different. It's going to seem like you are out on the cliff all by yourself with no helpy help. Just know this. You are not alone. That is the feeling. That is how it's going to be. But long as you stay true to yourself, long as you believe in what you want to believe in, far as with how you are going to improve, and you don't need uh a keepsake, or you don't need a saying, or you don't need some hoobla hoobla to keep you on track when it hasn't been keeping you on track. All of those entities that built up this thing, does it really work for the majority of the people? Or is it something that they can just use to come back and turn back around and say, oh, look at you, you's a failure. All them people that joined the gym in January, they gone by February, and some of them start missing in January itself. And by March, it's back to the regs being the regs again. Why would I said it in the past, and I would continue to say it if I was still going to a gym like that. I do all my exercises and stuff outside the gym now, and living life and what have you. Now, I admit I was doing it, but I was doing it in a comedic way, of a funny, funny, he way, not a funny, funny, ha ha way. I wasn't doing it in a judgy way like 99.9% of the other people. So why create this New Year's resolution thing, quote unquote? And yes, my 4 digits are going up in the air, creating air quotes. Why create this thing when you're going to turn around and judge people and hit them with a stick like, it make sense unless you created it for people to fail, or you created it so you can feel good about people failing, or you created it so you can have some entertainment while people fail. Why not make it advantageous? Why not have a system created individually for people so they can actually accomplish and do the things that they set out to do? Yeah, I get it. You need to be held accountable, because if you ain't held accountable, you can run wild all over the place without any accountability or responsibilities. I get that. I get that. True, you need to be held accountable for your actions and things you do from the outside. But the one person that can hold you most accountable for you is you. So if you ain't holding yourself accountable, if you ain't in the right place or space to hold yourself accountable, how in the heck? And yes, this is a family show and a family program. Wasn't going to do the earmuffs because heck is okay. So why in the heck would somebody else, or somebody else could? How? How? And I'm not saying that because I'm a broken recording. I'm saying that because I actually want to know the answer. And so, thinking about all of these factors, thinking about all of these things, and also wanting to continue to be a member of the Forward Thinking Club, I was like, you know, I don't need a New Year's resolution. I've been thinking long and hard about this. It don't make sense for me. It don't. I'm not getting judged. I mean, if I was, it's okay, because I find it hilarious and the funny, he, not the funny, ha ha. And also, it's not as if I'm failing. Sure, I miss some goals, miss some dates, miss some things I would like to get done, or I just straight up fail. That's okay. How else am I gonna learn? How else am I gonna improve? How else am I going to be able to redirect my energy, redirect my focus, and get better? And that's the overall goal, is to improve and get better, and don't necessarily need to depend on a new year forward, when every day my eyes open from not sleeping at night gives me an opportunity and a chance to be better, to improve, to do something new, to be different, to challenge me, challenge myself, go against the grain, do what makes me feel uncomfortable just a little bit. So the more I do it, the more I can seek out and get comfortable with all of the things that I'm uncomfortable with. And hopefully by the end of it, I'm a well-rounded person that's comfortable in a lot of areas, but not all areas, because nobody's perfect. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. It took me a while to get there. No lie, no caps. It took me a while to get there, but I am finally there. Yeah, I am. And I'm okay with that. And that's why all of this stuff coming together, all of this thinking, all of this sleep, all of those sleepless nights, all of those New Year's resolutions and revolutions that came and went, and everything. I finally settled on something that I'm cool with. I am extremely comfortable with, and IDAF about anything else with. Sure, I hold myself accountable. Yeah, so can anyone else. Does it really matter? Not really, because the end game and the end goal is to be better, to do better, to be a decent human being, to be a better human being, even though, even though some of you still think I'm a robot. You can't not prove that. Can't prove it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the new and improved website, extravdgsports.com. That is XTRA, There's a YouTube as well. XTRA, Once again, that is extra VDG. Like, subscribe, share. Basically, do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must, comment if you may. We clap back. We clap back. You've been warned. Noobs and noob that's still here or that gave us a little time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated because you took time out of your day, which you can't get back because time, once it's gone, it's gone. Even though some of us have time machines, you're still going back. And when you're going back in that time, you're still losing the time that you are having. So regardless, whether you're time traveling or time moving, that time is gone and it's not coming back. You're just repeating something. But anyway, I'm not going to go into any more details of that because I'm already getting in trouble admitting to a time machine. Once again, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. Don't come for me, peeps. Don't come for me. But thank you for giving me your time. Something that's very, very precious. Appreciate it. No matter how long it was. Regs, hey, I thought about giving it to you. I thought about just go ahead and breaking down and say, why not for old time's sake? And then I came to my senses and I was like, I'm out. Peace.